I invite Mr. Marek Lelątko, member of the board of Enea. Enea is one of important companies on energy market in Poland. Mr. Marek will speak about strategy of this company. So, start.
I have to say something. I must. I'm so happy that I was in this panel because of one main thing, all the women. And energy market is incredible. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Marek, take the floor.
Okay. Thank you for invitation and having opportunity to present the story of transformation of Enea Group. But first, from the private perspective, I'm really appreciate that I can be here because I was a student here in the University of Economics. It was some time ago. It's visible on my hair, so it's a few years. I spent in my professional life in such companies as Vattenfall, Swedish concern, CVC Capital Partners. It was American investment in PKP Energetyka, but also in such companies as Tauron here, Enea Group, and partly also PGE, but it was very short time. For 2 years, I've been the CFO for Enea Group, and I'm really proud I can take part in a very huge transformation of that company. A few words about Enea Group. We've got a coal mine. It's here in the east, the best coal mine in Poland, with the best numbers about production efficiency. We've got 2 big power plants on Vistula River, Kozienice and Połaniec. These are the coal power plants which we have to transform. And also we've got a quite big business here in the northwest Poland, and there is also the headquarters of Enea in Poznań, because we've got the distribution business. They're very important for Polish energy groups, and sales business all over the Poland. We also got heat in Białystok and Oborniki Piła, and as you can see, some businesses connected with renewable energy, what is the crucial point for transformation of energy assets. And a few information about the market, that market changes. And here you can see the numbers of electricity productions, which is connected with big Polish players. But as you can see, 41% of production is not the big Polish players. It's just the users as we are, micro installations. It's a huge number. It's about 13 gigawatt capacity. And also private companies from Poland and abroad, which produce energy from renewable sources. So we as big players on the market have to take it into consideration in our strategies. We also have retail business to final customers in sales business, and we also got the distribution business about 13%. Additional important fact about the Polish market is that our generation is still based on coal. It's lignite and hard coal, and lignite power plants are in average about 34 years, and that hard coal 42. So this is also the point why to do the transformation, because that assets are just old. When we came last year, we started with preparing the strategy for the company, and we decided to put the strategy on 5 pillars. And our main goal was to keep the position of the Enea Group on the market. And another point is to increase the value for shareholders. First pillar is our transition of our coal assets, that coal mine and 2 coal power plants. we've got idea to implement the technologies which are on the market, which exist on the market, and they are in operation, such gas, for example. But we also look at technologies like biogas or small modular reactors for the future. Additional point is growth of renewable business, because as Enea we almost haven't had such a business in our portfolio, and we would like to diversify that generation portfolio a little bit. Another point is distribution, and it's very, very important because the distribution business is significant for transformation of Polish energy sector. It is impossible to do the further transformation without investments in distribution segment. There is another pillar with new products for customers, because it's not only the sales of electricity. These are really different products for clients, because the sector is more and more complex, and it is not only the energy, it's also the capacity. There are a lot of producers on the markets, and we have to put together the producers with consumers just to make them happy. And this is why we are focused on that issue. And of course, operational excellence, because as the company, we have to be effective, we have to create results to have money for transformation. Doesn't work. Okay. And but transformation, you cannot do transformation without money. We need a huge amount of money to do it, and in fact, we calculated it as over 100 billion Polish zloty. It's about 25 billion euro. And in fact, we divided it into two parts. First part, which is in our model, and we are able to cover it with our balance sheet. It is about 67 billion. And for another 40 billion, we have to find another sources of financing. It may be the capital increase, it may be hybrid bonds, it may be partnerships, joint ventures, but also we may use project finance, which we use in our activity. Project finance is good when we look on covenants, bank covenants, but it's not good from the Fitch and our rating. So when you look at our spendings, there is still some spendings about conventional energy, because we have to take into the consideration that we won't just be able to put out the coal assets out of operation in 1 year. We still have to keep it. And we believe, as the group, that we can still provide the electricity and provide the capacity from that units for the next years, because it's important from the safety perspective of Polish system. And it is also it is not possible to do it in 1 year, because that investments of transformation will need time. We want to spend money on 2 gas power plants. First one is Kozienice, and it's already contracted. It is our great success from last year, because we had to put 3 things together. First thing, to win the capacity market, to make that investment be effective. This is one point. Another, to get the financing of that investment, is about 6.5 billion Polish zloty, so it's quite big, and it is made in project finance. And the third thing, very crucial and really difficult, to get contractor for building the power plant, because everyone on the world now builds the gas power plant. So it is not easy to find the turbines, and it is not easy to find contractors. We have found, we will do it with Americans, it is GE, and 75% of that investment it is Polish content, and maybe we'll be able to increase it. So this is how it works. That renewable budget is quite big, but we divided it into 2 parts. First one is our portfolio, and we work very hard to increase the portfolio of our projects. We invested this year in wind farms, but we have portfolio of PV, and built also portfolio for energy storage system. And the big one is distribution, as I said, very crucial. When we look on our generation portfolio in the beginning, we were very coal oriented in the end of strategy 2035, our idea is to keep the position of the market, because there are approximations that during that 10 years, the electricity consumption in Poland will grow about 20 to 30%. So this is why there is that growth. And to keep our position in the market as a generation, we have to invest in gas, and we have to invest in renewables energy. And there will be decrease of that coal element, but it will be also some biomass investments, because, for example, in Połaniec, we will be able to use biomass since the 1st January next year in whole power plant, so it will give us the reduce of CO2 emission. Just one picture from distribution, and this is our page from distribution company, and this is the page created for energy producers. And on the area of our activity, there are 200,000 energy producers. So it's not possible to steer it manually. We have to implement very complex SCADA systems and other systems just to be able to steer safety, the distribution network on our area. But you can see here, it's with numbers, maybe just the crucial ones. These areas, we've got in the most dense area of renewable sources, we've got 22 times more capacity of renewable energy than is used on that area. So it is total change of our network, because I don't know, 10 years ago, the energy went from a few power plants to our final customers. Now are produced in 200,000 places, and sometimes when there is a wind and there is a solar, we have 22 times more energy that it is used on that area, so we have to put it to the network. So this is total change of steering that process. Some of our successes in the end. First one is that gas power plant in Kozienice, but we still going forward. We plan another gas power plant in Połaniec, but it is also the same story as it was in Kozienice, and it will be, I think, even more difficult. We started the project of greening 2 coal units in Kozienice just to be able to use the biomass. We also plan development of big-scale magazines, energy storage magazines in Kozienice and Połaniec. And about climate protection, we built 3 wind power plants, and as I said, we work hard to build portfolio of other renewable assets. And as I'm a financial guy, we've got quite a big successes in building the financing. First one, very important, from the European Union perspective and Polish perspective, support from European and Polish donation program or cheap loans, because it will cost. And not to put all the cost to the customer, we need some support, and we use that support. We got 10 million Polish zloty cheap loan for distribution development. We also get a lot of donations, which help us to drive that project. Another one. And just to finalize, it looks that it is well perceived by our investors. This is the increase of the share price during the last 2 years. Today is even 160, because we've got quite a good days about our prices, but it looks that the work we do, so transparent communication with shareholders, all that transition fact, but also work on the organization, because we made the first survey of engagement among our employees. We try to develop competences. We take care of other shareholders, and it is visible that it is okay from the market. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Iana.
Thank you very much.